Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Brooklyn 3-light double shade bath sconce. So this is a great fixture. You could use this in all kinds of places. I could see this being used in a home theater too, or in a dining room, or flanking a fireplace. Let's get into details on it. This is the 2013 78. So you're going to have two choices to pick from in those finish pull-down menus up there. One is going to say fixture, and the other one is going to say accent. So when you pick up the finish for the fixture, what you're really picking is the back plate, and then you're going to pick the shade that's on the back of the fixture. So we'll help the shade that's more in, because you're going to have another shade that's on top of that, actually going this way to you, right? So you're going to pick a finish for that, and then you're going to pick a finish for the second shade. And you're going to notice you can do the same finish, or you can do a contrasting finish, which would be nice. This is the modern brass, which I think is really pretty. This would be really nice with oil rub bronze. I think that's a nice combo. But anyway, that's what you can do. You'll also notice you're kind of limited to the finishes that they list there being just a few of the finishes. But if you go over and look at our finishes help guide, you'll notice there's a lot more finishes. I can do this as a custom with the coastal outdoor finishes. They're on the very bottom of the finishes help guide. If you guys are trying to pair this up with something like dark smoke or bronze, just something to notice. And then how do you go about that is just drop me a quick email saying you're looking at the 2013 78 and you want to have it in coastal dark smoke, something like that. I'm going to send that email over to the customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. Adds a little time and money, but we do it all the time. It's not a big deal. But I got to tell you, the finishes that are offered are just great too. So you may not even want to go there. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. This is 6 inches tall, 22 inches wide. The back plate, the part that goes against the wall, is going to be 5 inches by 21. Projection from the wall out is going to be 6.2 inches. So it's pretty flush. It's a great fixture. Let's hop into a couple more things. Let's talk about glass really quick. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's Opal glass, which I'm going to talk more about in the video. There's an embedded ring right there that's going to be putting this onto the fixture itself, onto the socket. You'll notice when you're putting the second shade on, between the shades really, you're going to be using another ring on this. But these parts from Hubbardton Forge are beautifully milled. This is like aircraft quality precision when you look at these things. I used to work in the jewelry industry, so I'm amazed when I look at all of their little parts. Okay, moving on from there, why don't we talk about what's going on inside of this and what you can use. That's always going to be a big deal. It's using a G9 socket. G9 sockets can take up to a 60-watt halogen in each one of these if you do want to go with halogens. And this is a frosted halogen. They come in clear as well, and they just pop right into there, so it's super easy. But a lot of you guys want to do LEDs, and I think that would be swell too. So there's lots of LEDs you can get. The best way about going about this, honestly, is to probably go on Amazon, on a computer, not on your phone, because you want a big screen to look at all the results, right? So in that search bar, you're going to put in G9 LED to start with. I think that'd be a good way to go. You're going to see lots of different things you can get. This is a phosphorus one, the kind that have the little orange pads inside. Then you have the other ones that have what are called cob. Looks like a corn cob. It has all these little pads all over the place. So, and they come in different wattage equivalents, okay? So remember, there's no, when you get into LEDs, there's no limit to what you can put in. It's the physical size of the bulb getting into the glass, that's your limit. So because they don't generate heat, they generate light. And that 60 watts per piece is because of the heat generated by our friend here, the halogen bulb. So that's what that's about. So anyway, this guy over here, this is a 75 watt equivalent I got on Amazon. This is a 40 watt equivalent. This is a 60 watt equivalent. And it's really up to you which ones you get. If you're going to be using this in a bathroom, I would probably even go for the 60 to a 75 watt equivalent. That would be a good way to go. It's going to be pretty important to think about the color temperature of the light coming out of it, especially if you're going to be using this in a bathroom, because that light's going to be hitting you and you're going to be looking at yourself in a mirror, so you don't want to look, all washed out. 2700 Kelvin is going to be offered on that page. That's that super yellow light that looks like a setting sun. Not necessarily think that would be great for this fixture in a bathroom. Might be great in a home theater. I think that'd be very pretty. And on the other side of that is going to be white. It's a cool white light called daylight. And so daylight sounds warm. It's not a warm light. That's that cold hospital waiting room light. And some people do like that in bathrooms. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale when you're looking at these bulbs. In the middle of all that is going to be what's called warm light, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. And our friend here, the incandescent bulb we all grew up with, that's that nice warm light. That's like a 3,000 Kelvin. Light coming down in my hands right now, this is 3,000 Kelvin from these LEDs above. So when you're on this page looking for these bulbs, and you could go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those places, but online is really the better way to go. You'd be looking for a G9, 3,000 Kelvin, probably dimmable if you're going to be using this in a home theater or a dining room or something, but I don't think you necessarily need dimmable if you're going to be using it in the bathroom. Nobody dims their bathroom lights. So 3,000 Kelvin, G9, 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, 60 watt equivalent LED. And you could do a 75 watt equivalent LED, and that should zero you in right to the bulb that you guys were trying to find. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's Opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.